Good afternoon, evening, dear authors and invited guests. Welcome to Technical Session 6B. Myself, Priyanshi Goyal, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 10th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Competitive Strategies ICTCS 2025, Jaipur, India. The 10th edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held yesterday in Jaipur, India, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and tomorrow, that is 16th and 17th of December 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for question and answers. On 9 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. It's a kind request to all the participants to kindly adhere to the timeline so that we can conclude the session on time. Also, please check your connection errors and like your mic and everything in advance so that there is no delays while you're presenting. Also, there is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair for this session, Dr. Suruchi Deshmukh. Dr. Suruchi Deshmukh is an assistant professor at the MIT School of Engineering, MIT Art, Design and Technology University, Pune, India. Her area of expertise include computer network and network security. She is dedicated to advancing knowledge and research in secure communication and network technologies. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us. Before I start the session, I would like to request you to share any opening remarks for the participants, and we'll commence after that.
Thank you, Priyanshi, for giving an introduction. Good afternoon, all. It's my privilege to chair this session of 10th International Conference of Information and Communication Technology for Competitive Strategy. Now, this session bring together a diverse and well curated set of research papers that highlights the effective integration of AI and data-driven approaches across multiple domains. Like that, I have the topic that was shared with me had finance, agriculture, healthcare, education, security, and smart infrastructure. The contributions scheduled in this session reflect strong academic rigor, innovative thinking, and practical relevance, closely aligned with the conference theme. I sincerely thank the conference organizer and technical committee for their efforts in designing a high quality program and for providing me the opportunity to chair this session. Thank you. And we will start with the first presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now, without further ado, let's begin the session. First up, I would like to request Ma'am Nikita Ahuja to kindly present her paper titled A Study on the Awareness of Green Finance Among Individual Investors in Farda City. Do we have you here with us, ma'am? Is anyone else from the team
Yes,
present?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
With application through your slides while you
There's some
enhance your presentation.
background noise from your end, ma'am.
How-
So,
Yes, your screen is visible. You may start. Just put it in slideshow mode.
yes, ma'am.
All right, you can start.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Today I am presenting my research title, A Study of Green Awareness Amongst the Individual Investors in Varda City. My goal is to shed light on how ready local investors are for global shifts towards sustainable economics. So, So the introduction, let's start with the core concept. Green finance is defined as financial investments in sustainable development projects. In this, it employs invest instruments like green bonds, green loans, and green investments funds to manage climate risk is involved. However, the success of these instruments depends heavily on the public engagements, translations to low carbon economy. So here there is a significant knowledge gap regarding how ready individual investors, especially in cities like Varda, participates in these shifts. Uh, third slide is objectives. To address this gap, this research focuses on three primary objectives. First, to access the overall level of awareness uh, about green finance among individual investors in Varda. Second, to evaluate their understanding, such as their ability to differentiate green finance from conventional finance. Third, to identify the sources from which these investors gather their information. Fourth slide is methodology. Moving on to the research methodology used for this study. Design, we utilize a descriptive research design. Population to study focused on individual investors residing specially in Varda city. Sampling, we employed non-probability convenience sampling to select respondents, which includes professionals, business owners, and students. Data collection, we used a structured questionnaire administered both online and offline. And analysis, finally, the data was analyzed using descriptive statistics and one sample t-test. Hypothesis, for our statistical testing, we set a neutral benchmark. We established null hypothesis, assuming low awareness, and alternative hypothesis suggesting moderate to high awareness. Our analysis aimed to see if the investor knowledge significantly exceeds that neutral benchmark. Uh, hypothesis testing. Yeah, hypothesis testing. We tested three specific areas: general awareness, level of understandings, and third, the agreement with definitions. While some initial text in the study suggested low awareness, the specific data analysis we are about to look at the next slide provides a more detailed breakdown to the sentiments. Result and key findings. Here, the key findings based on statistical mean scores measured on the 5-point scale. First is highest consensus. We found strong agreement that green finance is crucial for sustainable development. Information credibility. Investors generally perceive the available information as trustworthy. Third is the product awareness. There is moderate level high awareness of specific instruments like green bonds and mutual funds. Fourth is differentiation. Investors demonstrate a moderate ability to distinguish between conventional and green finance. And since this mean value exceeds the neutral benchmark of 3, the data suggested a trend towards moderate to high awareness of engagement. So now the conclusion. In conclusion, individual investors in Varda increasingly recognize the core principles of green finance, environmental impact, to prioritize companies that commit to sustainability and reducing carbon footprint. Social governance, this is an emphasis or on ethical labor and transparent governance. Long-term value, long-term value, finally, there is a growing belief that sustainable investors offer competitive returns and financial this overall the findings indicates a positive attitude and readiness to adopt green finance products. So long-term value, a growing belief that sustainable investors offers competitive returns, long-term financial resilience, aligning with personal values and financial goals. And last slide is the bibliography. Here is the list of some academic sources and literature reviewed to support this study, including work by Martin Ozili and others. Thank you. So this is thank you for your time and attention. And now I am open to any questions if you have regarding my study.
Thank you, ma'am. Are there any questions?
Yes, Nikita. Something different topic, but
Yes,
I am having some questions. Okay. Now you're saying you're trying to find out awareness, okay, about green finance. Is it?
yes, yes.
Okay. What factors do you think that strongly influence this awareness?
Mm,
No. Okay. You said you are having some findings, correct?
yes,
So,
yes.
based upon your findings, what policy will effectively increase participation of the person in green finance financial instruments?
Mm,
You said now
so
what your findings. So, what policy will increase the participation?
policy. So maybe green finance, mutual funds,
Only mutual funds?
green deposits, carbon credits, maybe climate linked investments.
Okay, which areas does green finance area supports? Areas I'm talking about. Funds are available for.
Areas.
Yeah.
Mm, maybe environmental.
Is it really environmental?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, how you have defined your questionnaires? And how your
Questionnaires.
software, yeah, the questionnaires, you said no, something questionnaires were defined.
Yes.
So how you have defined the questions? What factors you have considered while framing the questions?
What? Can you say again?
What factors you considered while framing the questions? When you have considered this topic, right, and you are doing the research, you are framing the questions.
Methodology, research design type questions like
Can you,
objectives of the studies, primary objective,
fine.
relevance to green finance concept include those three factors like directly linked with the green finance.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving forward, I would like to request Sir Shankar Tambe to kindly present his paper titled Advancing Sustainable Agriculture Through Machine Learning and Deep Learning Based Crop Yield Prediction. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to all. Respected ma'am.
Good
Myself,
afternoon, sir.
Shankar Laksham Tame. I am a PhD scholar from the Sandeep University, Maharashtra. Yes, I am sharing my PPT, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The good afternoon to all. The title of my research is Advancing Sustainable Agriculture through the machine learning and deep learning based on the crop yield prediction. So paper ID is 221. Is it visible and am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Okay. This topic is related to the agriculture field, that is the prediction of a crop yield. Now this is the abstract or introduction, that is the we are facing the problems in a worldwide, that is the agriculture or a farming or a related to the food. So to give or for the to sustainable crop yield prediction, we are nowadays we are depending on the traditional or somewhat different method, and I am doing the research to generate a model, uh, that is the combination of a machine learning and deep learning with the help of a algorithms like a XGBoost, CNN LSTM, and a temporal Fourier transform, that is the TFT. From with the help of merging all these three, I have calculated some results, and it will improve the predictions by 10 to 20% uh, uh, in the difference from the previous models or previous papers. Just, the problem statement is a to increase the global food production must be increased by the 60% by the 2050 to feed near about 9.7 billion people. Climate change, there are some issues like a climate change, soil degradations, and resource dependencies threaten these targets. Traditionally, models fail to capture the non-linear complex relationship in a agriculture. There is a need of a accurate, timely, and interpretability crop yield prediction to support the sustainable farming and the policy decisions. Objective of this is to develop a hybrid, that is the MLDL framework, with the integration of a heterogeneous data like a weather, soil, remote sensing, and past yields. The model is a non-linear spatial temporal patterns using the CNN, LSTM, and TFT, and it's aimed to provide the interpretable and uncertainty aware forecasting for the sustainable agriculture. This is the literature review. There are many papers, but I have mentioned the two papers here. The methodology, this is the main part of this paper is, that is the proposed work aims to develop the hybrid model with the help of a ML and DL. As showing in the figure, that is the we are giving the input, that is remote sensing, weather data, and soil data, and historical some yields data to the algorithms like a XGBoost, TFT, and CNN, LSTM. With the help of ensembling all these, we are getting the results in the from the system. The objectives, the main objective is to provide the interpretable and certainty aware. This is the, I think this is the repeated. Sorry for this. The main process is first is to collection of a data. I have taken the data from the many websites like a agriculture of a government agriculture, then the some data from the Kaggle, some data from the Krushi Vidyapit nearby me, that is the Rauri Krushi Vidyapit, and I have collected these data sets, and this is the huge data set. Then I pre-process it on the data set with the normalization and the error removing, etc. like this. Then I have first given the input to the XGBoost for the structure. It is good for the structure tabular data modeling. Then next, this is the structure of XGBoost, that the data sets I have given as a input, that is the weather data, soil properties, historical, remote sensing, and other features. Then it constructs the decision trees with the help of this data, and is then predict it and summation, and will give the final output. Next one is a temporal feature transformer for the time series. Here I used the static converts given converts to the variable selection, then passed observed inputs to LSTM, that is the uh, it's include the encoders and decoders. Again, this input is given this output of LSTM given to the multi-head attentions for the to produce the output. And the next one is a non-feature input is given to the gated residual networks, and it also the output of LSTM is combined with this and given to the prediction layers for the forecasting outputs. This is some result I got just by the implementation, that is the random forest. I have used the standalone LSTM. I use only CNN. Then I used also the CNNS plus CNN plus LSTM. Then XGBoost, this is the proposed, and the TFT and LSTM with the attention proposed, and the proposed hybrid SM. These are the some results of the all the algorithms. And the conclusion is I got the result of this better from this model. 10 to 20% exhibits perform well on the tubular data with the structured format. This is the conclusions. And TFT effectively captured the temporal dependency and was the sensitive to important phenological state. CNN and LSTM with the attention captured the spatiotemporal patterns using the satellite imagery. Combining these strengths is ensemble and the blending provided the robust, interpretable, and uncertainty continuous forecast of a sustainable accuracy without the degradation in a early season forecast. This demonstration makes it clear that the system will be capable to sustainable agriculture, making it possible to make a climate resilient, data-driven decision, and to the forecast better and the optimized resources. These are the some references I have taken this. So thank you for giving me the opportunity for this. Please, any questions, ma'am?
Thank you, sir. Are there any questions?
Yes. Yes, Shankar sir.
Yeah. Okay.
So, can you tell me, you have given an example that you have taken the data sets from the government side, etc., right?
Yeah.
So, whether the data that you have collected had the same fields, what about the steps that you...
No, ma'am. This there are some different data. This is making me a problem. The attributes are different. Then the like columns are different. Then
So,
data
what
is a different.
factors you considered while selecting your...
Just I'm
Wait.
showing my minute. Yes, wait. Now for this, I am considered these factors. That is the region, soil type. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah, region, soil type, crop, then rainfall of that region, the temperature, then the fertilizer used, then irrigation system is available or not, the weather conditions, day to harvest for the yield, and the yield per the hectare. I have the many data sets, but I am going to experiment to add the some features to generate the more accurate results.
Okay.
This is
So,
the
how,
huge data set.
based upon your data set, how adaptive is your model to different crops or regions with varying climate and soil conditions? See, you are showing me the regions, right? And
Yeah,
soil conditions and so.
this is
It's
the region of India. That is the
yes. So, how adaptive it will be based upon the region? Suppose if it is west, south, based upon the type of soil, how your model will work.
So why I choose this soil type like this, or how model will work on
Is
this?
how model will work based upon your parameters.
I just implemented now.
Okay, fine. So which last question?
Yeah.
Which deep learning model demonstrated the best trade-off between your accuracy and your computational complexity?
Accuracy. This is the TFT combination of a MLSTM and a CNN.
CNN. It's
Yes.
your okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I would like to request Ma'am Harshita Kadar to kindly present her paper titled AI in Neuroimaging, a systematic review of machine learning and deep learning models for brain tumor analysis using MRI. Do we have you here with us, ma'am?
Yes, I have
Uh,
request.
yeah, just a second. Yes.
Just
You can share your screen now.
can you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is visible. You may start.
Sure. Yeah. Good afternoon, respected session chairs, honorable panel members, and everyone present here. I am Harshita Kyadar, and today I will be presenting a paper titled AI in Neuroimaging, a systematic review of machine learning and deep learning models for brain tumor analysis using MRI. This paper focuses on reviewing and analyzing existing AI-based techniques for brain tumor detection using MRI images, comparing machine learning and deep learning approaches, and identifying their strengths, limitations, and future research directions. I will be I will begin with a brief introduction to brain tumors and need for automated analysis. Then I'll explain the problem statement and motivation behind this work. After that, I'll discuss the workflow and brain AI-based brain tumor analysis, key observations from the literature survey, and finally conclude the presentation. Introduction. As we all know, the human brain is the central nervous system of the body and is responsible for critical functions such as thinking, memory, movement, etc. It consists of billions of interconnected neurons that communicate through electrical and chemical signals. Brain tumors occur due to uncontrolled and abnormal cell growth within the brain tissue. These tumors can be classified as primary tumors, which originate in brain, or metastatic tumors, which spread through other organs like lungs or breasts. They can further be categorized as benign or malignant depending on their growth behavior. MRI is widely used for a brain tumor diagnosis because it provides high resolution images with excellent soft tissue contrast, allowing early detection. Problem statement. This is our problem statement. Manual MRI based brain tumor analysis is time consuming and it's error prone, and existing AI methods they lack robustness and clinical reliability, highlighting the need for an accurate and efficient automated approaches. So, motivation to do this work. The motivation behind this work is driven by several key factors. First, early and accurate detection of brain tumors plays a crucial role in reducing mortality and improving patients' survival rates. Second, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning techniques have shown promising results in automating MRI analysis, like medical image analysis. Third, manual diagnosis becomes increasingly challenging due to complex appearance and heterogeneous nature of brain tumors because it's difficult to analyze them. So finally, although there are many individual models which have been proposed, there is lack of consolidated analysis comparing these models. Hence, we have made a systematic review which is necessary to evaluate existing techniques and identify research gaps. So this is the literature survey that we have conducted. In this study, it includes both traditional machine learning and deep learning model approaches for a brain tumor analysis. Traditionally, the machine learning methods typically involve manual feature extraction techniques like gray level co-occurrence matrix and discrete valueless transform, followed by classifiers like support vector machines, random forest. These were all the machine learning methods. On the other hand, deep learning approaches, um, particularly like CNNs, which automatically learn hierarchical features directly from MRI images. This eliminates the need for handcrafted features and generally the results in improved detection. Mm, these are some of the inferences that we got from literature survey. So, based on the analysis of existing literature, there were several key inferences which were drawn. Firstly, the CNN-based deep learning models consistently achieve higher accuracy compared to the traditional machine learning techniques. Second, model performance is highly dependent on the data set quality and which it is used, and also the pre-processing techniques. Third, AI combined with MRI images enables effective tumor segmentation. However, despite high reported accuracy, many methods lack robustness and real world clinical validation, which limits their practical deployment. So, this is the workflow diagram, which shows the general workflow followed by most of the AI based brain tumor analysis systems, where the workflow begins with MRI image acquisition, which proceeds through pre processing and then segmentation and feature extraction, classification, and performance evaluation. Each step in this workflow is critical because it improves diagnostic accuracy and increasing the false predictions. Yeah, so this is the workflow. Initially, this is a workflow which is followed by mostly the AI models used. Initially, the brain MRI images are acquired from publicly available data sets like BRATES, TCIA, or from Kaggle. Uh, Pre-processing techniques such as noise removal, grayscale conversion, contrast enhancement, and smoothing are applied to reduce image artifacts. Segmentation methods are then used to isolate the tumor regions from normal brain tissue, allowing the model to focus on the region of interest, like the tumor area. Um, then feature extraction is performed either using CNNs or deep learning models or the traditional based methods. Finally, classification algorithms are used like SVM or random forest to classify the tumors or to classify the tumors into benign and malignant. Yeah, so I would like to conclude a survey and research. To conclude, the systematic review highlights the effectiveness of AI, machine learning, and deep learning techniques in brain tumor detection and classification using MRI images. CNN based deep learning models demonstrate superior performance compared to the traditional machine learning methods due to their ability to automatically learn the relevant features. However, challenges such as dataset variability, then lack of interpretability, and limited clinical validation that still remains. A future research should focus on multimodal imaging, explainable AI models, and real-time clinical deployment to enhance reliability and usability. So these are some of the key references that we used in our study. Yes, thank you for your time and attention. Yeah, I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, ma'am. Are there any questions?
Yes, Harshita.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have seen your literature survey, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what gaps did you identify in the existing AI models that
Uh,
future research must address?
yeah, sure, ma'am. I'll address that. Mm, uh,
Are
Let
there
me
any
just take 2 minutes. Ma'am, let me just take 2 minutes to just
gaps?
think about it. Yeah, first, most of the models were trained on a limited and like very homogeneous and same kind of data sets. So leads to overfitting and poor generalization when applied to real world data, like real world clinical image data. And many deep learning models report very high accuracy. They lack interpretability, which is difficult for the clinicians to trust or understand the model's decisions. So that is one thing which they should work in the future. It should focus on larger, like multi-center data sets and which are
Okay.
also clinically validated.
Okay. This is a kind of a survey paper that you are proposing,
Yes,
correct?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how do the issues such as data bias and model interactability affects the clinical adoption of these AI systems?
Um, can you repeat? Like,
How does the issues such as data bias, are you aware of data bias?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, data bias and model predictability affects your clinical adaptation.
Uh, okay. So basically, data bias arises when the models are trained on like limited data sets. So this leads to poor generalization. So it fails on real world patient
How
scans.
how the clinical adaptation can be done of these models
So,
which are designed.
so we can use diverse data set. No, ma'am, we can use explainable AI techniques.
So is there any paper, survey paper that you have gone through that proposes this one?
Yes, ma'am, in our literature survey it is.
I think so it's first paper, but they are giving
Yes.
something called as computational overhead. So
Yeah,
is there any
yeah.
solution for this?
Sorry.
It is computationally expensive, correct?
Uh,
So
yes, ma'am.
is there
But
any alternative method that you have found? See, accuracy is 99.3, correct?
yes, ma'am.
So is there, but it is computationally expensive. So is there any alternative method by which the accuracy can be increased by keeping less expense?
Ma'am, I think they can use multimodal AIs. Like they can use two models together to make it more robust.
Okay,
Like
fine.
CNN based architectures.
We will,
They're expensive, but because of because of the large model size, they can use hybrid models where it is less computationally expensive.
okay,
Yes.
okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Rushita. Moving forward, I would like to request Sir Mukesh Kadu to kindly present his paper titled An Empirical Analysis of Spending, Investment and Saving Behavior Among Private Sector Service Employees in Varta City. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you share your screen now?
This is visible.
Yes, it's visible. You may start.
This is my paper title. Mhm. An empirical analysis of spending, investment, and saving behavior among private sector service employees in Varda city. Uh, the first author is Mukesh Kadu, and co-author is Professor Chetan Paredkar, DMHR. This is an introduction. Individual spending, saving, and investment behavior directly affect economic development. In India, the private sector is a key driver of employment and income generation. Varda city is witnessing rapid growth with a large number of private sector service employees. Despite stable income, private employees face inflation, debt, and future uncertainty. Spending behavior is influenced by lifestyle, social pressures, and easy credit access. Saving and investment decision depend on income, financial literacy, risk perception, and goals. In a small cities like Varda, traditional investment are preferred. Income, education, age, gender, and material status significantly affect financial behavior. Higher income individuals save more and diversify investment. Private sector employee investment behavior is crucial due to job insecurity and limited retirement benefits. The study analyzes spending, saving level, and investment prefer of private employee in Varda. Findings will support policymaker, banks, and financial literacy program in designing targeted initiatives. A review of literature. Exciting study provide insight into saving and investment behavior across different demographic group. Anuj के the most exciting research has limitations. Anuj KJ Anuradha comprehensive review but lack of focus on IT professional and the role of fintech digital performance. Uh, some Professor Sanket studies a salary individual in Pune missing analysis of financial literacy, regional factors. Renuka examined awareness among private sector employee, does not explore behavioral reason behind this aversion. Ria in identify income and investment trade, but failed to explain law participation in capital market underlying motivation. Dr. Ananta studies teacher financial behavior did not connect income type with saving habits uh, and analyzed psychological factor influencing saving, lack of strong framework, evaluate government communication. Meghna Goyal evaluate investment preference of middle group income, limited focus on tax incentives and risk taking behavior. Overall criticisms reveal major gaps in behavioral aspect of financial decision making, financial literacy level, impact of technologies, and fintech adoption, policy effectiveness in shaping investment choice, reasons, reasons, specify and so- socio-economic variation in financial behavior. Research methodology in this study is the based on primary data collection through a structured questionnaire. Uh, The primary data was gathered from the questionnaire and survey form. The purpose of this study is to examine how people spend their money, saving and investment behavior of private service sector employee in Varda. Research methodology includes a description of the abandoned structure, data collection methods, sample selection, research tools, and constant objective. The study aimed to comprehensively analyze the spending, investment, and saving pattern of private sector service employee in Varda city by examining individuals in their sector allocates their income. The research seek uncover trends and behaviors that characterize their financial management strategy. The major hypotheses were tested in this research. Hypothesis one, there is a no significant variation in spending, saving, and investment pattern among private sector service employees in Varda city. The alternative hypothesis, there is a significant variation in spending, investment, saving pattern among private sectors employed in Varda city. And demographic null hypothesis, demographic uh, and economic factor do not significantly influence the financial decision making of private sector service employee in Varda city. Uh, Alternative hypothesis, demographic and economic factors significantly influence the financial decision making of private sector service employee in Varda city. The data analysis uh, valuation. Uh, this analysis show that the use of credit and debit card does not significantly differ across income groups. Uh, the table shows that frequency of the using credit and debit card for the purchase do not significantly differ across income groups as indicated by p-value of 0.107. However, there is a significant variation in impulsive buying behavior among different income levels, with the higher income groups in this displaying the greater tendency for impulsive purchasing. P is equal to 0.006. Table number 4.2 show that the income levels significantly influence how individual invest portion of their income. P value 001, with the higher income group generally investing more. However, the primary choice of the investment does not significantly vary across income and groups. P value 0.138. Interestingly, perception of the importance of investment planning for financial stability were greatly by income, showing a highly significant difference, with the lower income group valuing it more than higher income groups. Table number 4.3, saving behavior. The analysis of indicate that
This is a gentle 9 minutes reminder.
um, the analysis indicate that the amount of monthly income save varies significant across income groups. P value 0.044, with higher income individual generally saving more. The primary session for the saving and confidence in current saving for future financial security do not show significant difference among income groups. Both p-value 0.628, suggesting similar attitude towards saving purpose and financial confidence regarding less of income level. The findings and hypothesis testings. One, based on the analysis of p-values across various spending, investment, and saving behaviors, it's observed that the several factors such as the impulsive purchases, importance of investment planning, investment behavior, and amount saved show statistically significant variation among different income groups. P-value 0.05. Therefore, the null hypothesis, which states that there is no significant variation in the spending, investment, and saving pattern among private sector service employees in Vardha is rejected, and the alternative hypothesis one is expected, indicating that there is indeed significant variation in the financial behavior across income groups. Financial decision making. The financial decision table show
Sir, I
the
request you
uh,
to kindly conclude as you have crossed the 10 minutes mark.
okay. The the research the conclusion the research mm, conclude that the income level significantly influence spending, saving, and investment among private sector employees or the financial behavior such as impulsive buying and investment planning vary notable across income groups. Additionally, age play a critical role in shaping financial decision making and satisfying with financial planning. In a contrast, financial behavior do not seem to be much influenced by gender, while some specific difference may exist. Overall, financial knowledge, attitudes, and management behavior do not differ significantly between man and woman. Thus, both economic demographic factors, especially in income and age, emerge as key determinants in shaping individual financial behavior. This is a reference of this paper, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Are there any questions?
Yes, Mukesh. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me based upon your study, okay, which demographic or occupational factors showed the strongest influence on the financial behavior? Which demographic or occupational factors
Occupational factors, demographic.
showed the strongest influence on the financial behavior? Okay, you have done the research for your people or people who work in private sector in Varda city, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So in your conclusion slide, can you go on to your conclusion slide? Yes, in your conclusion slide, you have mentioned some references over there.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the reason of mentioning the references in your conclusion slide when you are giving results for the people working in private sectors of Varda city? So you should conclude for the private sector employees, right? And their spending.
Yes, ma'am.
So is it the correct?
Because this paper say this line, so I
So you have to conclude for your work, correct?
yes, ma'am. I conclude for my work.
You are showing the what is the conclusion drawn by that particular author. That should be in your literature survey part. Okay. How did job security affect risk taking in investment?
Can you repeat, ma'am?
How did job security affects risk taking in investment? Suppose I want to invest and I'm not sure about my job. So how does it affect? No? Okay, what are the factors that had or can you list one single factor that has impact on the saving behavior?
There is a many economical factors, inflation and deflation, um, high low income levels impact um, behavior, saving behavior, investment behavior, impact on their uh, saving and investment behaviors.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Mukesh.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Before we move forward, I again request everyone to kindly conclude their presentations within the time frame so that we can end the session on time. Otherwise, it might stretch longer. Now, I request Sir Devarshi Dave to kindly present his paper titled Deep Learning Models for CAPTCHA Prediction, a Comparative Analysis. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Hello. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, you're audible. Kindly share your screen. Yes,
Yeah, I
it's
hope it's
visible.
visible.
Yes, you may
Yeah.
start.
Um, so in modern era, uh, every one of us surfs internet, and from CAPTCHA we have already been encountered. So CAPTCHA stands for completely automated public Turing tests to tell computers and humans apart. And they are actually the first line of defense in modern computer era, which prevents us from mass bot attacks and cybersecurity attacks. So what we have noticed is there is a recent surge in cybersecurity attacks, and how the method of logging into a website or to any internet-based work has shifted quite a lot. So what is happening is that the developers, the bot developers are coming up with new ideas, and there is many changes in the captchas itself. So that was my inspiration to conduct this research. So there are many recent advancements in deep learning, image processing models, and also in captcha attacks. So I thought, why not combine both and do something in between? So these cybersecurity attacks raise serious concern for reliability, security, accessibility of our websites and browser altogether. Now the problem stands was that traditional captcha systems were increasingly vulnerable because they were just text, and we enter text and it logs us in. But there are many studies of captcha solving bots, and there are many models actually specifically trained to solve captchas. So this came as a threat to our society and internet. So, what the previous researchers has found that overfitting and poor generalization are unsolved mysteries in these CAPTCHA solvers. So, one aim was that to reduce overfitting to achieve good accuracy in CAPTCHA solving. And this research objective was to analyze effectiveness of deep learning models, how the models stand as of today, to study the trade-off between the accuracy and the efficiency of these models, and to evaluate the security risks of how these AI-based captcha solvers present themselves. So, literature review was traditional methods used OCR, segmentation, and some other handcrafted custom features, which was highly sensitive to noise and distortions. As we all know, that was the main reason for overfitting. Then there are CNN-based approach, which mainly used for spatial extractions, and they typically achieve high accuracy in capture text-based captures. Then there are GAN-based approach. Also for adversarial training and generalization to improve generalization, and transformer based models, which are much more recent. They are for long range dependencies, but there are much more computational costs attached to it. So that was the main gap in the research, to that there was no there was no comparison of accuracy versus the efficiency of the model. So this is the long story short of the main papers I've used for these. So we can see CNN with efficient net 94.2% accuracy. As we know, accuracy is increasing, so there needs to be something. GAN-based efficiency, accuracy optimization, all of it. Coming to the data set, it was a publicly available data set on Kaggle. I didn't want to make a custom data set because that is a task on its own. So publicly available data set of CAPTCHA's general data set, not to bias for any model. Some samples are here, the 4 images which I've pasted here. It was actually a data set of 1 lakh images, which was feeling quite computationally expensive for my system. So I had sampled a random 40,000 images from that data set. Also, CAPTCHAs contain 5 to 8 characters per image, sometimes 6, 7, it depended, but mainly in that range. Multiple fonts, distortions, as we can see in the example below. Data split, classic train test split 80-20%, and pre-processing involved resizing. Again, very basic pixel normalization for grayscaling. Categorical label encoding, which is basically not an image task, but just for the sake of organization. And corrupted image handling, which was not used very often because most of the images were clean from beforehand. Uh, Now, these pre-processing tasks also included data augmentation, which was to rotate image by some degrees, which was plus minus 10%. So 10 degrees either this way or this way. I rotated the image to trick computer into thinking that this is altogether a different image from what already I had. Width and height shifts, then zoom transformation, morphological operations, all of that. Then segmentation, which was also an important task because as we can see here, this G in the first image, we need to segment it out for the computer to know that this is the object we need to classify. So for segmentation, I had used unit architecture. It was an encoder decoder structure, and it improved character isolation, which is a fancy word for segmentation. Yeah, models architecture. I had selected 4 models for this comparative analysis, which was ResNet 50, EfficientNet B0, DenseNet 121, and MobileNet V3 large. Each model has its own characteristic, its own unique characteristic, which is it's famous for. ResNet is for deep residual learning. Then EfficientNet V50 is for compound scaling and big convolutions, and EfficientNet, as the name suggests, it has the least parameters, so it is actually efficient. DenseNet 121 has dense connections, also as name suggests, and MobileNet V3 large has depth-wise separated convolutions. Also, MobileNet V3 is a very light kind of model, not to say light, but it is actually developed to use on edge nodes, which is the mobile devices and all. Transfer learning strategy, I had ImageNet, which is also a CNN based model. Just as ResNet, EfficientNet, there is ImageNet. So pre-trained weights from previous researchers of ImageNet models I had used. Then global average pooling, which is in CNN, there is frames of each convolutions. There are frames. So what global average pooling does is to generalize model better. We take average of the whole frame rather than each element, value of each element. So we take average of the whole frame. That is why global average pooling. Plus dense layer.
This
Dense
is the
layer is
gentle
actually,
lightness reminder.
yeah. Then dropout and L2 regularization to reduce overfitting. fitting, then training configuration, also classic in any CNN based, adaptive movement, cosine decay, categorical cross entropy, batch size was 32. The results I achieved was the highest was efficient net V0 and mobile net V3 large was 23.21%. I was the victim of overfitting too. So that is the most accuracy I had got. ResNet achieved highest training accuracy, but the least validation accuracy, which is the result of overfitting. DenseNet was moderate. Key observation was efficient at B50, B0 was fastest to converge. As I said, the efficiency accuracy score was introduced as from the previous researchers has also done, and in that EfficientNet B0 achieved the highest ES score, which is 0.89. Security implications is that high captcha breaking accuracy threatens authentication. That is why we have to advance to much more complex systems. We can say reCAPTCHA, image-based CAPTCHA, and all, and accessibility issues for virtually challenged individuals. Then dual use of AI research. AI can be used for good and bad researches also, and automated cyber attacks can be possible in future with advanced AI systems. This is the trajectories of accuracy and epochs of all the four models. As we can see, victim of overfitting, high training accuracy, low validation accuracy in all four
Sir, I
models.
request you to kindly conclude as you have crossed the 10 minutes mark.
Yeah, sure. So for the conclusion, EfficientNet B50 provides best trade-off between efficiency and accuracy. Traditional captcha systems are increasingly becoming unreliable, and we know it because we are experiencing advanced captchas nowadays, and overfitting remains a major challenge in deep captcha solvers. So AI attacks are not something which will happen tomorrow, but sure, maybe in near future. For future works, more context-aware adaptive capture systems, which convolutes better, multi-factor human-centric authentication systems such as two-factor authentications, which we are also facing nowadays. These are the references which I used for the presentation and for my paper. And thank you. Any questions?
Yes, Devashri, sorry, your name, please.
Ma'am, you're
Sorry?
not audible.
Your name, please. It's written as Devashri. I think so. You are not Devashri.
No, I am Devarshi.
Okay, fine. Sorry. Okay. Show me your slide. Reference
Sorry.
slide.
Yeah. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible. So, which is your base paper here? I think.
My base paper is actually one from the top here. Just a second. This Kanush, CNN with efficient net, which also the results and findings are very similar. He also achieved efficient net as the highest model. He also used CNN based approach, so that is why.
Okay, you have tried to implement what the author has did, or you have tried to overcome the gaps or findings that you have found from that paper, first paper, base paper.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. I'm trying to solve what? I didn't get it.
What are, see, you have identified some gaps, right? Key findings. Are you trying to
Right.
solve the drawbacks of your base paper?
Well, as of now, the research is concluded. But what I've found after the research was concluded that I could have used a better segmentation model. At the time of research, I was referencing other papers which were quite old. We can see 23 or 22 from the year. So those all used unit segmentation model, but very recently Google has developed its own segmentation model, which is called deep lab, which I'd use in other image processing tasks in other project I had done after this research was done. So one option could have been done at that time, which was to use deep lab when it was new.
Okay, the author might have used it.
No, the authors all before have used unit because it was it is older than Deep Lab, and I was not aware about Deep Lab at the time of research because I was referencing all other previous research papers, and at
Oh,
that time, Deep Lab didn't existed. That is why.
okay. According to
Yeah.
you, which captcha types are most vulnerable to attacks?
Most captcha types are the early captchas, like these one, which was much more early. This is still very complicated, but the ones we see on the government website, it doesn't have any noise. It doesn't have jumbled colors. It doesn't have much distortion in it. It is simple text with a strike in it. So those kind of captchas are easy to break.
Okay, when you're talking, you talk about some distortion, right? So
Right.
how did image distortion label affects the model accuracy?
Image distortions affect because in segmentation, the model, even if the model correctly segments our letters, our object, which is basically a letter in our case, even if it does, the model may not recognize it as the correct shape. For example, in the second image here, the VKD7RV, we can recognize this as 7, but the model can recognize it also has 1 because it is not in correct shape because of the distortion of the image, because the image is all jumbled in the perspective.
So the
That is
model
why.
accuracy can decrease over here.
Yes, that is the main issue of the overfitting in my research and all the previous research.
Okay, what do you think whether text-based captcha are weaker or image-based captcha are weak?
I
Which
think
one?
text-based captchas definitely, because recently I've seen image-based captchas are very much distorted images, and I've done many image classification tasks recently of CNN, and I can't help but notice is the computer cannot recognize those kind of distorted images. It is just our human pattern recognition brain which could have done it. So I think image-based captures are much more stronger than text-based. Text-based classification is what the
Davis did fine.
reg- sorry.
Thank you. It's fine.
Yeah, sure. Any other questions?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I would like to request Sir Chetan Pardikar to kindly present his paper titled Entrepreneurs versus Job Seekers, Analyzing the Factors Influencing Career Preferences Among Students. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. You can share your
Am I
screen
audible?
now. Yes, you're audible. Please share your screen.
My screen
Yes,
is
yes, it's visible.
visible.
You may start.
Okay. Very good afternoon, respected chair and all the
Sir, your
participants.
voice is breaking.
This is Chetan Pararikar.
Sir, your voice is
My research
breaking.
topic is
Hello.
yes.
All right,
One
now
one
it's
second, 1 second. I'm finding the network. Yes. Now am I audible?
yes, it's better. Please continue.
Yes, okay. So, my topic is entrepreneurs versus job seekers. It's a comparative study analyzing the factor influencing career preference among the students. So, career choice is a major life decision influence over whether individuals aim for the paid employment and or entrepreneurship, shaped by the promotion and prevention career goals. Uh, Changing employment scenarios highlights importance of entrepreneurship and economic and social development through the job creation, innovation, and competition. This study emphasizes the entrepreneurial intention, noting that the timing between the intention and opportunity identification varies and should be considered in research. It compares UG and PG students from the different streams to assess how education level and field influence in their career. By analyzing the factor such as the education, family background, personal attitude, their beliefs, and their aims, and etc. etc. These are the influential factor how affect their decision for their future. So, review of literature. The study compare business students' preferences between the traditional employment and entrepreneurship, but there is limited business student and ignore the factors such as family background and their family constraints. Second study did by the Accomplished Hope the Philippines PL highlight the role of entrepreneurial self-efficiency in the career choice, but it to overlook the external influence like the financial barriers, family support, and differences between the UG and PG students. Next study I did and I learned where examining the influence of the entrepreneurial mindset on career and decision, but that study neglect the socio-economic factor and comparisons across different academic backgrounds. Next study analysis of job seekers and their preference for the job attributes such as a salary, job security, and work-life balance, etc. But without considering the industry-wide differences that study has did. Next study explored the career shocks and the entrepreneur motivation, respectively, but fails to add the gender, cultural, and context and the distinction between the UG and PG perspective, leaving significant. That's why we carry all the influencer factor which make students, UG or PG student, to take the decision for their future. Research methodology. This is a research is descriptive research. This study examine the variable influencing factors among the students for their career choice. Most of the students willing for the jobs. Near about same percentage student willing for the entrepreneurship also. So primary data we have obtained from the structured questionnaire and survey from the students, and the secondary data we obtained from the research articles various. The two basic objective is to identify the key factors influencing students' career preferences and to analyze the role of education, family background to explore them as an the employee or entrepreneur. We have taken two objective hypothesis. The null hypothesis is there is no significant factor influencing for their career, and alternative is there is significant factors. Second hypothesis, the education and family background do not have any significant impact for their career decisions, and alternative is the education and family background have significantly impact on their career decisions. So data analysis, the near about 37% students willing to find the job, and very we can say the expressing things most of the students willing to go to become an entrepreneur. So we did the main scores of the response or the responses from the student. We made the comparison by their career choice, by entrepreneur or job seekers. So there are many factors on the basis of they have to be they have to be choose their future. Many factors we studied like as which they are belonging from which study background, what is their level of education they are pursuing, UG or PG. Next thing is what is their family background, family they are belonging from the business background or the service background. How they think about the future and how their family also influencing in their decision, which kind of education, knowledge and skill they are acquiring, and they support to choice their career. So this factor we compare with the both the decisions, and to become an entrepreneur or to seek a job. So discussions, entrepreneur demonstrate higher coefficients in their career choice and show the stronger alignment between their education and skills and chosen career path compared to the job seekers. Educational background is considered equally important, both the entrepreneurs and job seekers, indicating its universal role in the career decision making. The family financial status, also family values, have relatively greater influence on the entrepreneurs, reflecting the risks and the responsibility associated with the entrepreneur careers. Family also encourages for the entrepreneurship to moderate, while general preference for the stable employment exists across both groups. The preferences of entrepreneur family member has minimal influence to career choice for the both entrepreneur and job seekers. Overall, the personal confidence, predecessor skill alignment, and family background differentiate entrepreneurs from job seekers in the shaping career preferences. So, as first hypothesis, we can see there is the student reported higher confidence. It is 3.91 for the entrepreneurship, 3.64 for the job. Same for the educational alignment, then educational support, etc. So this means the difference indicate the significant effect of the personal and educational family factors career choice. Hence the alternative hypothesis has accepted, and result is there are significant factors that influence student to care to choose a career uh, by their preferences. Second hypothesis, same. We can see there is again alternative hypothesis accepted by the study, and education and family background. These influencer factor effectively influence and make impact to choose their career to become an employee or to become a entrepreneur. So
This is a
conclusion.
9 minutes reminder.
Yes.
No, so you can continue. It's a 9 minutes reminder. Please conclude.
Sorry. So the study found that the parental influence was the most significant factors career decision, followed by the peers, genders, media, financial considerations, and the personal interests. It's highlight the pivotal roles of the family and social environment in shaping students' career choices. Entrepreneurs shows higher confidence and stronger alignment between their studies and career path compared to job seekers. Education and the skill play vital role in shaping entrepreneurial aspirations. Family background, including the financial status and values, also impact the career choices. So, therefore, both the education and family environment are key determinants in the student's decision to become an entrepreneur or seek the employment. These are the references. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Are there any questions?
Yes, Chetan sir. Can you tell me which factors most strongly distinguishes entrepreneurs from the job seekers?
Most factor, ma'am.
Which factor
First, yes,
that
ma'am.
which factor that strongly distinguishes entrepreneur from the job seeker?
It is, madam, family background. If they are student belonging from the business background, they are willing to be in the business. And if student belonging from the service background, they are willing to be in the service. But very few student, or we can say the especially PG student, they want to move from service to business. But most of the factor, we can say significant factor is the family background.
Okay. Do you think the funding is the major barrier for the aspiring entrepreneurs?
You are asking for funding?
Thus, funding is a major barrier.
Funding is a you are saying for finance, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
for
but
student
yes,
to
ma'am,
become an
it's a
entrepreneur.
barriers, it's a barriers, But as you know, government launching many schemes like Mudra loan and under the Startup India and Stand Up India, many schemes launched by the government. There are very collateral free loans are available, and the we can easily access that loan to start the business. So that barriers we cannot say very we can very strongly affect the decision. If we are student really willing to go with the entrepreneurship, they can start.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving forward, I would like to request Sir just a second, Manav Mesia to kindly present his paper titled Everpure Hydrate Your Brand. So, do we have you here with us?
Yes, ma'am, I am available.
Just a second. Yes.
Uh, yes, is my screen available?
Yes, your screen is visible. You may start.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Good afternoon. I am Manu Messia from Charusat University, Gujarat. And today I will be presenting a research paper titled Everpure Hybrid Your Brand. This work focuses on experiential marketing and how immersive brand experience, especially free product campaigns, impact consumer engagement, brand loyalty, and long-term returns on investment. My paper ID is 202. So let's continue. Yes, so this will be the topics we are going to cover in today's presentation. Yes, so first of all, let us see what are the marketing challenges. Traditional marketing methods such as print and digital ads are increasingly losing effectiveness. Consumers are exposed to thousands of ads daily, which leads to low emotional engagement and weak brand recall. This motivated us to study experiential marketing, where brands create memorable experience rather than just messages, while also addressing the challenge of measuring its ROI. Yes. So let us look at our research objectives. The primary objective of this study are the fourfolds. First, evaluate the effectiveness of experiential marketing. Second, to analyze the role of the free product distribution in building emotional connections. Third, to compare the experiential marketing with other strategies like social media and influencer marketing. And finally, to study ethical sustainability and the cross-cultural considerations. So let us move forward. Yes. So let us understand about the experiential marketing. What exactly is an experiential marketing? Experiential marketing focuses on creating immersive and interactive brand experiences. Instead of passive advertising, consumers actively participate with the brand. This experience engage multiple senses, create emotional connections, and result in a stronger brand recall. This emotional bonding is a key driver for long-term consumer loyalty. Okay, so let us look at our research methodology. Our research methodology is based on comprehensive literature review and case study analysis. We conducted a comparative evaluation of experiential marketing against other marketing strategies. Both qualitative and quantitative matrices were used to assess engagement, loyalty, and return of investment. So these are the various marketing strategy comparisons. So as we can see in the table, experiential marketing is amongst the others, which is above the others in terms of the engagement level, brand recall, emotional impact, and the brand loyalty. In terms of the audience reach and cost implementation, social media marketing is above the others. Experiential marketing demonstrates superior engagement and loyalty outcomes despite their higher investment returns. Yes. So here are the ROI measurement framework. ROI is the return of investment. Measuring ROI in experiential marketing is challenging due to its emotional nature. We propose a multidimensional framework that indicates quantitative matrices such as sales and conversions, qualitative matrices like emotions and net promoter score, and hybrid matrices such as customer lifetime value and cost per engagement. This framework helps balances short-term performance with long-term brand equity. So, based on our research, here are the key research findings. Our finding shows that experiential marketing significantly increases consumer engagement. It builds strong emotional bonds, which leads to improved brand loyalty. Although initial costs are higher, the long-term ROI is greater due to repeat purchases and positive word of mouth. So these are the emerging trends and the cultural insights. We can see that between 2019 and 2023, experiential marketing consistently outperformed traditional marketing in success rates. We also observed a shift towards digital and hybrid experiences using technologies such as AR/VR. However, cultural adaptation is crucial. Campaigns must align with local values. Sustainability and ethical practices are also becoming increasingly important. So, to conclude, I want to say that experiential marketing is no longer optional but essential for modern branding. It creates meaningful consumer relation and long-term loyalty when supported by proper ROI evaluation. Future time campaigns will focus on personalization, data-driven insights, and technologies like AR, VR. Thank you for your time. I look forward for your questions. These are the references I've used.
Thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Are there any questions?
Yes. I, uh, the first question is what metrics base measured experiential marketing effectiveness?
Sorry, ma'am.
Which metrics that you have used best measure the experiential marketing effectiveness? You have listed something quantitative, qualitative.
Yes, ma'am.
So based upon that, which best measure the experiential marketing effectiveness?
Yes, ma'am. We have used Net Promoter Score for this, like for the quantitative measurement.
Okay, that one is the best you are saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what role does the digital branding and consumer analytics plays in strengthening the brand recall in your case study?
Yes, ma'am. Here the main uh, emphasis goes on the word of mouth, like the person experiencing our brand with their own uh, do reach the brand again, like they reach the brand back, which recalls the brand value.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I would like to request Suraj Pawar to kindly present his paper titled Prototype Development of a RTOS based dynamic traffic management system with interrupt enabled pedestrian override capability. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Am I
Right.
audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible. You can share your screen now. Please
Yes,
put
ma'am.
it in slide mode, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am. Slide, ma'am. Slide share.
Yeah.
One second, ma'am. One second. Actually, the PPT is been slide shared by my friend, ma'am. So I'm requesting him for a slide share.
You may start.
So the prompt statement is prototype development and testing of a real-time dynamic traffic light control system with pedestrian manual override capabilities. So starting with the introduction, ma'am, in the modern technology where the traffic concession is being recorded as a major issue, our prototype actually is able to adapt to this to the traffic densities which are being faced in some busy areas, for example, near hospitals or any shopping malls, those kind of areas. So our dynamic traffic control, we used two city in that particular lanes, pedestrian manual override capability. This was an additional add-on which we did into our project. Here, the pedestrian could manually switch he could actually type pedestrian manual pedestrian override and then real time response. This was conducted in RTOS environment, so it was all real time response. The objectives of this next. Sorry, ma'am. Is the objective slide visible, ma'am?
No, it's
Yes,
not
the
visible.
slide is visible, but it's not like going to the next slide. We are on the first slide itself.
Uh, yeah. One second, ma'am.
If there are technical errors, do you want to sort it out so that like we can take this presentation next and we can have someone else first?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, we are good, ma'am. We can take it now itself, ma'am.
All right,
Yes,
please
yes.
continue.
So the objectives were developing a dynamic traffic light control system that adjusts signal timing based on the real-time dynamics, traffic density using IR sensors. Also, we had prioritizations of pedestrian safety with manual override capabilities. Then optimized vehicle flow by reducing delays on low density lanes and extending green durations on higher density lanes. Next, ensure seamless integration of real-time traffic sensing, signal control, and pedestrian override functionalities in urban areas. For example, it could be hospital, near a hospital area, contributing to intelligent transportation systems that ensure both pedestrian safety and efficient traffic management. So the methodology was, mm, uh, yes. So the methodology goes like we had a traffic system which had heavy traffic, pedestrian, and normal traffic. These were the three tasks which our prototype needs to do, ma'am. So the priority one, which was highest priority, was given to high traffic condition, as we need as our model needs to clear the high traffic lanes. So we gave it as a higher priority, and the second wants to cross the lane for some hospital visits. So the priority was given for him second, and the third going traffic which next slide please. Uh, yeah. So the flowchart detected by the we get that it was heavy traffic. Then we would when we would increase the green light signal, this would help the lane to clear out the vehicles quickly. If no, if the heavy traffic was no, if the IR sensors detect it as no, then normal traffic would continue. Then there was a pedestrian button. If that is activated, then it will check for the light phase, which phase is going on. Is it yellow or is it green? If it is red, then it needs to be halted for that particular lane, and the lane and the pedestrian could cross. It would make the pedestrian green. That was the main motive of this prototype development. Next. Colors. Yeah. So the kernels, this is actually RTX kernels, which are being used in RTOS platforms. So we used semaphores, which were used for synchronization between tasks. As I said, there were multiple tasks in our prototype. Some of them were like heavy traffic and pedestrian, and normal traffic. The binary semaphore which we used for tasks given by the semaphore and the LED control tasks taken to handle pedestrian override. And counting semaphore takes a track of the number of vehicles detected in the IR sensor. Next one, there was event flag, which was which would or conditions. Next one was traffic. Was also a task to be done. And the LED light, as we used as traffic has red, green, and yellow, so we used three LED lights. Next. So results, the memory used by unoptimized code was around 3, and after optimizing that, we got it around 3828. So the time also was reduced by optimizing the code. The time we could see it was 6267 milliseconds, microseconds. But after optimizing the code, we got it around 4000. Next slide. This was the final prototype of our experiment, which we designed. You could see there are two sensors with a green light. These were the IR sensors which were continuously keeping track of the traffic density in that particular lanes. We could see a red light going. That is the traffic. That is the traffic pole. And you could see there is a hospital, which signifies that this prototype could be used in places where there is sensitive areas, critical and sensitive areas. Yes, ma'am. Next. Thank you, ma'am.
Raj, the one thing is I was not able to hear you properly. I don't know whether the thing was same with others also. Okay. Uh, Now my question is, you have implemented this system, right? You have made use of IR sensors. So what is a range of IR sensor? How many vehicles does it recognize?
Ma'am, could you please repeat the question, ma'am?
I'm not audible.
Yeah, you're audible, ma'am. There was a network issue, ma'am. Could you please repeat the question again?
See, you said now you have implemented using IR
IR
sensors.
sensor. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the range of IR sensors? And
It it depends on
which
it.
which
Yeah,
IR sensor
yeah.
you have made use? What is the
Uh,
distance? And how many vehicles does it track?
Ma'am, basically the IR sensor was like basic IR sensor, ma'am. The range could be like tweeted, ma'am. We could use a screwdriver by which we could tweet the range, ma'am. But for our model, as you could see, the road is like narrower, so we used a lower range of around 1 meters. Not even one, ma'am. It was around 30 to 40 centimeters, ma'am. It was able to detect any vehicle when there was any vehicle passing around the lane. It could detect, it could count the vehicle, ma'am. By those counts, we made sure that the traffic density is been calculated, ma'am.
So how you are calculating it? Which algorithm you are
Density, ma'am.
making use to calculate the
Ma'am,
density?
actually density calculation was like for prototype model which we used, ma'am. We kept it like around 10 vehicles for 30 second, ma'am. If the vehicles, if it gets more than that, then it would be a high traffic situation, ma'am.
And what about emergency vehicles?
Actually, we are right now we are trying to level up the model, ma'am. We are working on the emergency vehicles, ma'am,
And
using a RFID sensor. We're trying to. Yes, ma'am.
So right now we are not making you. So for practical implementation, we are not making use of any RFID. Sensors, right? We are making use of
Hmm.
cameras. So how your system will be implemented with the real time scenarios?
Ma'am, RFID sensor basically has some tags in it, ma'am, which could be implemented in, for example, we could take a ambulance, ma'am, or some vehicles, which emergency vehicles, ma'am. These could take these tags, ma'am. We could place them near this windshields, ma'am, windshield. Uh, then when they get in the range, ma'am, actually the RFID sensor which we use for prototyping is like a basic level, ma'am. We could take a scaled up version of that, ma'am, if we are looking for a scale up version of this model, ma'am. For prototype model, we could use RFID sensors, ma'am, which has a range of around uh,
Yes, again you are not audible. Is this the problem with
30 and
your
40 meters, ma'am.
network?
If the tag would give the
Is it the problem with your network connection or my network connection? I'm not able to hear something in between. Yes, is he answering? Yes, Priyanshi ma'am, you can take the
Yes,
next.
yes, ma'am. All right. I think there's some network error from their end. We will move on to the next presentation. I would like to request Ma'am Chinta Naga Manisha for presenting her paper titled Rule-Based Bilingual Chatbot for Student Support in Higher Education. Do we have you here with us, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible. You may start.
Okay. So good afternoon to all of you. I'm Dr. Chinta Nagamanisha, Academic Officer from Commissionerate of Collegiate Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, India. My paper is Rule-Based Bilingual Chatbot for Student Support in Higher Education. So this is the abstract. So the higher education institutes face difficulties in answering the frequently asking questions, so FAQs, so such as administration questions like admissions, examinations, hostel facilities, campus facilities, etc. So existing systems has a limited resources, like they are giving the answers by administration staff, or they are using a simple infrastructures they are using for this. So I proposed this paper, which is a rule-based bilingual chatbot, which is handles both English and the Telugu language, and it contains the dynamic language switching also, so that the regional language students also be easily access this chatbot. So this is my abstract, and this is the introduction. So what is the main problem here? So the limitations of existing systems are monolingual restrictions. So the chatbots, present chatbots are using only the single languages. And the next one is the language restrictions. So most of the chatbots are in the English language. So that is the main problem. And the third one is the infrastructure challenges. So most of the institutes maybe have the limited resources to utilizing the chatbots. So that is the main problem, and limited flexibility. So easy to accessible. Because the students are coming from different regions, different cultures. So all the students are not capable to understand the English language. So they need the regional languages also. So that is the main problem here. So I propose this system for this the problem. So for the components of the proposed system architecture, the language selection, decision tree engine, bilingual knowledge base, and dynamic language switching and interaction flow. So this is the block diagram of the proposed system. The first one is here, it is a chatbot interface. So the student is first interact with the through the these of the step. Now the student is select the module. So language select. So this is the system is based on the English and Telugu. So that the student is may choose the English query or the Telugu query, and the query is passing to the query mapping identifier mechanism, and it is passing to the SQL server, and it is giving the response for this. So how I store in databases, based on this, I used the query ID. So here the some unique ID is there for this query. So this is contains the query in the both in English and Telugu. At the same time, the response is also be the in English and Telugu. So these of the format is very useful for the dynamic language switching. It is very very important, and it is very easy to use that dynamic language switching. So this is the rule based system. So my every time the system is asking the query, and the student select that. So this is the main concept for this. And the proposed decision tree is for the dynamic language switching. So first of all, this is the root node to select the language. So this system is contains the English and Telugu. So the level 1 is a language nodes, which is contains the English and Telugu. So for this chatbot, I used the admissions and examination related queries for this. So for the English, it is admissions and examination, and the Telugu, it is called as admissions are called as pravesalu, and examination is called parikshanu. Now, language 3, that is the query notes. So for the admissions, we have some FAQs in English, and for the examinations are FAQs in English. And here in this branch, for the Telugu, pravesal, that means admissions queries in Telugu, and examination queries in Telugu. Now, at the level 4, which is contains the response notes. So when the student is used the select the English language, then all queries coming to this English, and responses also be coming to Telugu in English. Whether they are using the Telugu, then the queries are coming to the Telugu, and the responses also be coming to Telugu. But sometimes dynamic switching is there, because some students are spoken both English and Telugu languages. So sometimes they are like to switching their language, so that based on the query ID, that is query ID is the key point for this. Based on that, we switching the languages, and responses are we change it to either English or Telugu. So this is the output for this. So this is a chatbot interface, chatbot initial interface. So which is contains English and Telugu. The student may select any of the language. The student is selected English. So the queries FAQs pattern contains the admissions or examinations. And every time the chatbot contains screen contains the change language option. So the student may change their language at any time. So these are the student support chatbot queries. So they choose the English language, so that all queries are coming in English, and they choose the about admission. So for the related admissions, related queries are coming here. So the student selected number 3. So what is the last date for submitting applications? So when they click the button send, then students which is coming thus 30th September 2025. So that is the answer for this. And same time, always shows the change language, and always shows the FAQs, because when they go to the previous menu. When the student is changed the change language, then it will change it to 30 September 2025. This is in Telugu language. So these are the comparison between the existing chatbots and the proposed system. So which is the existing chatbots, which is a language support is English only. And for this, my proposed chatbot, which is contains the bilingual, that is English and Telugu. and a framework and technology mainly using Python-based NLPs or etc. For this, I propose this, which is ASP.NET with SQL Server. And database handling is for this JSON flat files or NoSQL. For this, for ASP.NET is compatible with this. That is SQL. I use MS SQL. I use for this, and the query responding mapping, that is a flat FAQs NLPs. And here I am using the decision tree for bilingual, which is easy way switching, dynamic language switching is very useful. And user accessibility is limited for regional study students because it is English language. Now this is coming to the English and Telugu language. So I'm from the Andhra Pradesh. So Andhra Pradesh is regional is for Telugu language students are there. So which is useful for this chatbot for both English and Telugu students, which is they are understood Telugu also, English also, Telugu also. They use that easily. Institution deployment is require high technical expertise, but coming to the proposed chatbot is integrated with the existing system because I am the developer of the government websites. So I use the ASP.NET for this, so easily integrated this chatbot in that website also. Now come to this. Next, adaptability is less adaptability to the regional context. But my proposed chatbot is very adaptable for Telugu also because this is the capability of chatbot contains the
This
Telugu
is a
language
9
also.
minutes reminder.
Okay, ma'am. And the cost maintenance is high, and this is the proposed chatbot is low. Now the conclusion is it is using the ASP.NET SQL Server, so which is easily maintenance and it is supports English and Telugu language and dynamic switching also there for the languages. So my future scope is it is implemented for multilingual. It is bilingual, English and Telugu, but we may implement it to the different languages also, and we may add the additional features such as speech recognition, etc. So these are the references. Thank you. Any queries?
Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, please take on the questions.
Yes. Ma'am, can you tell some of the limitations of you have used rule-based approach, right?
Yes,
So what
ma'am.
are the limitations of rule-based approach as we compared with the AI-driven chatbots?
Ma'am, which is queries are fixed limit, madam. When the user out of the box, they need to ask the questions, then this is not a capable to answer that.
So the system becomes a static system, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So can an AI approach, AI-driven chatbot be implemented for this?
Yes,
For,
madam. But
for your
yes.
university itself, that can make use of agentic AI and all that can solve your problem.
Pardon me?
Can your system be implemented with agentic AI? Is it possible to create a chatbot?
Yes, ma'am. But that is coming to the future scope, ma'am. Present, this is a rule-based only using for this.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving forward, I would like to request Sir Washington Eduardo Loza Herrera to kindly present his paper titled Web and Mobile Application for Emergency Management in Educational Units of Santo Domingo de Los Sigilas. Sir, do we have you here with us?
Hi, Ming. Yes.
Yes, sir. Just a second. Yes, you can share your
Mm,
screen now.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, your screen is visible. Can you please put it in slideshow mode?
Okay, you can view the screen.
Yes, I can view the screen. Yes, you may start now.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, okay, good afternoon. The topic is thank you so much. The topic is web and mobile application for emergency management in educational units in Santo Domingo de Los Áchilas. This will address a real problem related to emerging communication in school. We propose an integrated web and mobile solution for real-time alerts, geocaching, and incidents reporting. The urban growth in Latin America has increased in facing challenge in school. As city spans, educational units face more incidents such as robbery, bullying, and harassment. Schools are sensitive environments because they include vulnerability populations, especially children and young people. In this context, a slow response can lead to serious consequences. However, many schools still use traditional communication methods that are not effective for emerging management. Emerging communication in school usually depends on for phone calls, MSAs, or radio communication. This method that is slow, provides incomplete information, and usually do not include precise location data. In addition, coordination depends on manual actions. As a result, response during emergencies is often delayed and inefficient. The main problem addressed in this research is inefficient communication during school emergency. Exist systems do not integrate alerts, regulation, and reporting in a single platform. Information is fragmented and response time increase. Also, most solutions have not been validated in Ecuadorian educational units. Emerging management in educational units. Sorry. Okay. Critical use due to its direct impact on the students' safety, institutional trust, and community well-being. Improving communication and response mechanisms can significantly reduce to the consequence of security incidents and enhance to perception of safety among students, teachers, and parents. This study is particularly relevant because it provides empirical evidence from the Ecuadorian context, where no previous work had been formally validated in the school. By focusing on educational units, the research addresses a gap in the literature and demonstrate how technology can be adapted to local reality to improve community safety. The results of the work contribute both to academic knowledge and the practical solutions that can be adopted by educational institutes and local authority. The objective of this work is to design and validate a web and mobile platform for emergency management in education units. The proposed system aims to reduce response time, improve to accuracy of incident reports, and facilitate coordination between students, teachers, and local authority. By integrating technology tools with real-world validation, the studies seek to demonstrate emergency management in school can be significantly improved through digital solutions. Previously, several students have proposed technology solutions for emergency communication in contexts such as rural distress, heatquakes, and traffic incidents. Uh, However, most existing solutions focus on general emergency scenarios and do not address the specific needs of educational units. Additionally, many lack integration between web and mobile platforms or have not been validated in real institutional environments. This work advances to state of the arts by provides a comprehensive and validated solution tailored to a school. Study use a mixed methodology combining agile development and evaluation. This development process was based in Scrum methodology, allowing iterative refinement of system through continuous feedback for user. Validation includes technical tests, user, and simulation emergency scenarios. This approach ensures both technical robustness and real-world applicability. The system includes a web application, connect to backend microservice implemented in Node.js, data persistence management using MySQL and MongoDB database. The architecture support real-time calculation, notification, and incident reportings, ensure scalability, fault tolerance, and high availability. The design is essential for emerging a management system that must operate reliability under strict conditions. The web application provides a comprehensive view of incident reports and educational units. It includes filters, reports, and regulation maps to support decision making. As well, so as model for generation reports and multimedia formats. Education map allows authority on the school management to identify critical zones, and the web platform supporting fair decision making, long-term analysis. The mobile application enable user and report incidents in real-time user using a predefined category. It includes SDOS button that sends alerts and shares location automatically. The application also includes secure authentication, profile management, and group communication features. The design very simply and fast and used during emergency. In this result as the system was available to pilot sites involving students, teachers, and community leaders. The burst response time was 2.8 seconds compared to 4.5 seconds using SMS and 6.2 seconds with manual calls. Report accuracy increasing from 74% to 91%, and system availability reached 95% under street tests. These results demonstrate the effectiveness and the proposed solution. The results confirm that conform platform significantly improves energy management in educational units. And look at previous study, this work combines technical performance evaluation with social validation, demonstrating both system reliability and user acceptance. So the integration of web and mobile components provides essential for achieve these improvements. This work showed that a web and mobile platform can improve emergency management and educational units. In strength things, communication and response capacity contribute to safer schools. Future works include where we focus
This
on
was a
extended
9 minutes
system.
reminder.
Thank you. To provide international emerging networks and incorporate IoT sensor for automate alert generation. And this is a key reference. And thank you so much. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Are there any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, why was it necessary to develop a platform as specifically for educational units instead of adapting existing emergency systems?
Oh, well, that is very relevant questions. Existing emergency systems are usually designed for broad contexts such as natural disasters, traffic incidents, and general citizen security. However, they do not fully consider the specific dynamics of the educational units. No, in schools, the communication involves the students, teachers, and authority is different roles, response, and the access level. A report mechanism must be simple, intuitive, and fast, especially in stressful situations. The main contribution works on the side especially for educational context and validate in real school. This approach is not only provides adoption and report accuracy, but also opens the possibility of replicancy the model in other educational system.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have another question. What is the
Good
main
afternoon.
technical contribution of integrating web and mobile application into a single emergency management system?
Okay, is very interesting. The main technical contribution lies is integrate two complementary perspectives of emergency management. The mobile application enable immediately reporting and real-time alerts directly from the location where to incident occurs, using geolocalization and user interaction. In the same time, the web application provides a global and analytic view of incidents, allowing authority to monitor events, generate reports, and identify risk patterns. It's possible this integration strength coordination by decision makings and data consistency. No? This architecture is a system, the system to escalate, incorporate new data source, and support more advanced analytics in future implementations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question, please.
Good afternoon. Yes.
Uh, Congratulations for your presentation and for your research. I have a question. How did the use of geolocalization contribute to the improvement of the incident report accuracy in this context?
Okay, thank you so much. It's very important because geolocalization significantly in provide reports accuracy by automatically includes to exact location on each incidents. This eliminates ambiguities commonly found in manual reports, such as incomplete address and unclear description. As a result, authority could identify the incident location immediately and prioritize their response more effectively, which led to an accuracy level of 91% in report incidents. This contribution of this feature goes beyond precision. In the future, words regulation data can be used to analyze special patterns, identify high-risk areas, and support prevention strategies within education environments. Well, in the future words.
Okay, thanks for your answer.
Thanks a lot. You're welcome.
Last question from my side. Yes, Priyanshi ma'am.
Yes,
Last
ma'am.
question.
Yes, ma'am. Please. Yes, ma'am. Please take it.
Yes. Sir, which type of emergency does your web application handle most effectively?
Most effectively.
Yes, which type of emergencies?
In emergency, it's very important because in the 19%, so in this in 95% in system availability was acceptably for in data real, and this compared with the authority locale, because exists incidents or emergency in this case and the percents.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Thank
Welcome. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And with that, we have come to a conclusion for this session. I sincerely thank all the authors for their excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, Thank you for the support during this 10th version and all the previous 9 versions of the conference. We'll be happy to have you in the 11th version in 2026 as well. Please note that all the presenters will be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. The publication will be live within 7 to 8 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICTCS 2025. I would also like to thank our session chair, Dr. Suruchi Deshmukh, for chairing this session. And here's a small token of appreciation for you, ma'am, from the team of ICTCS 2025, as well as Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you so much for joining us for this session. I would like to request you if you have any closing remarks before we end the session.
Yes, thank you, Priyanshi, for such an appreciation. It was very great experience here to go through different tracks, different paper titles, and different presentations. I got to learn many different things that were new in something of educational sector. Thing at the last, I thank for the conference organizing committee for their excellent planning and executing this conference today. Your handling this session was very nice. I wish the conference continue success and thank everyone for their valuable participation. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for your valuable presence. Before we end the session, I would like to request everyone to kindly turn on their cameras so that we can take a quick snapshot and then we can end this session. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good day. Bye bye.